Today is November 26th. It's the 331st day of the year, and this is the On This Day podcast. On this day in 1968, First Lieutenant James Fleming of the United States Air Force is flying his UH-1F transport helicopter over the western highlands of Vietnam near the Cambodian border. He's flying in formation with 4 other UH-1 helicopters, 2 gunships, and 2 other transports when they receive a call from a Green Beret recon team pinned down 30 miles west of the city of Pleiku and in need of immediate evacuation. All 5 UH-1s are low on fuel, but they head towards the reconnaissance team's position to pick them up. The Green Berets are surrounded by hostile enemy forces on 3 sides and backed up against a river on the 4th. They're under heavy fire with no way out. When the UH-1s arrive on the scene, the gunships open fire and knock out 2 enemy machine gun positions. But one of the gunships is hit and crashes in the river. The crew is picked up by one of the transports, who head back to base along with the other transport, which is drastically low on fuel. Though Fleming's helicopter is also low on fuel, he maintains position over that river in central Vietnam. And for the actions he takes next on this day in 1968, First Lieutenant James Fleming is awarded the Medal of Honor. His Medal of Honor citation reads, quote, "For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity in action at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty, Captain Fleming, then First Lieutenant, distinguished himself as the aircraft commander of a UH-1F transport helicopter. Captain Fleming went to the aid of a 6-man Special Forces long-range reconnaissance patrol that was in danger of being overrun by a large, heavily armed hostile force. Despite the knowledge that 1 helicopter had been downed by intense hostile fire, Captain Fleming descended and balanced his helicopter on a riverbank with the tail boom hanging over open water. The patrol could not penetrate to the landing site and he was forced to withdraw. Dangerously low on fuel, Captain Fleming repeated his original landing maneuver. Disregarding his own safety, he remained in this exposed position. Hostile fire crashed through his windscreen as the patrol boarded his helicopter. Captain Fleming made a successful takeoff through a barrage of hostile fire and recovered safely at a forward base. Captain Fleming's profound concern for his fellow men and at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty are in keeping with the highest traditions of the U.S. Air Force and reflect great credit upon himself and the armed forces of his country. Born on this day in 1939, singer Tina Turner. Turner is born Anna Mae Bullock in Nutbush, Tennessee. Her parents are poor sharecroppers. Her father is an abusive husband, and Anna is raised by her grandmother for much of her childhood. Her grandmother dies when Anna is 16, and Anna moves to St. Louis to live with her mother. In St. Louis, Anna Mae Bullock, who has always sung in church, immerses herself in the R&B club scene. It's at the Club Manhattan where she meets band leader Ike Turner. Anna begins performing in his band and quickly becomes a crowd favorite. She sings the lead vocals on one of Ike's recordings, "A Fool in Love," when the singer he hires fails to show up for the session. The song is a hit, but Ike doesn't want Anna to get the spotlight. So he releases the song under the name Ike and Tina Turner. That way, if Anna wants to leave, he can just get someone else to sing the part of Tina. "A Fool in Love" leads to more hits. "It's Gonna Work Out Fine" and "Poor Fool." And there's a tour as well. In 1962, Ike and Tina get married. Over the next decade, they churn out more hits: "Nutbush City Limits," "Proud Mary," and "River Deep, Mountain High," a song featuring Tina only and produced by Phil Spector, who pays Ike $20,000 just to stay away from the studio. Ike has a reputation for being controlling and domineering in the studio, much the same as he is in their marriage. Ike Turner is the poster child for abusive husbands. As he puts it in his Twisted Logic, quote, "Yeah, I hit Tina, but I didn't beat her more than the average guy beats his wife." He's a real charmer, that Ike Turner. Ike and Tina Turner have greater and greater success on stage. All the while, off stage, their relationship fractures and deteriorates. But when their popularity begins to wane in the 1970s, their marriage only gets worse. In the middle of their 1976 tour, the couple comes to blows in Dallas. Tina flees Ike and files for divorce. They incur significant debt due to the canceled tour and also have a lot of unpaid taxes owed to Uncle Sam. In the divorce settlement, Tina takes on responsibility for all of that, all of the debt and the back taxes, and in return, she gets to keep her stage name. Before the divorce is finalized in 1978, Tina Turner takes any job she can get, playing small clubs, duets with other artists. She even cleans houses for a while. Anything to make ends meet. In her own words, after she leaves Ike, she has, quote, 36 cents and a gas station card. But she's Tina Turner. She worked her way up from nothing once, and she'll do it again. She records a couple albums, records a couple covers, putting her own sultry spin on them. Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love, The Temptations' Ball of Confusion, and Al Green's Let's Stay Together. She opens for Rod Stewart and the Rolling Stones and gets a deal with Capitol Records with the help of David Bowie, who champions her to the label. In 1984, she heads to London and spends 2 months recording the album that will be heralded as her big comeback, the album Private Dancer, including the title track written by Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits, the hit song Better Be Good to Me, and the smash hit single that becomes her signature song, What's Love Got to Do with It?, which is also the title of the 1993 semi-autobiographical film about her life. Tina Turner's big comeback in 1984 is just the beginning of what would be a huge career for anyone, except for Tina. It comes on the heels of a quarter century of what also would be a huge career for anyone. She wins 8 Grammy Awards, is inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and performs on a string of record-breaking concert tours in the 1990s and 2000s. Tina Turner, born on this day in 1939 in Nutbush, Tennessee, lives now in semi-retirement in the Chateau Algonquin on a lake near Zurich, Switzerland. She obtains Swiss citizenship in 2013 and renounces her U.S. citizenship that same year. The 35 days left until the end of the year. On This Day is produced by me, Dave Schultz. Thank you very much for listening. I really do appreciate it. And if you're still listening, What's Love Got to Do with It is my karaoke song. Talk to you tomorrow.